Hey everybody, my name is Jay Howard and I'm here to introduce you to a new semester of public speaking, COM 115. What I'd like to do in this video is to take a few moments to casually introduce myself to you and a few of my thoughts on the course, and then also to give you a few general pieces of advice as you move throughout the semester. So first of all, let me tell you about myself. My name is Jay Howard, and I'll be your instructor. I've been teaching for a number of semesters now. I absolutely love teaching. I love helping students obtain new skills, learn new things. I earned my bachelor's degree and my master's degree in communication here at Missouri State University. I have a master's degree, and I'm an adjunct instructor, and so that means titles like Professor Howard are not appropriate within the context of this class because I do not have the right amount of gray in my beard yet. So within the context of the class, simply instructor or just Mr. Howard is the appropriate way to address your communication to me. I love the communication discipline. I love public speaking especially. Okay, that's a little bit about me. Let me tell you about my thoughts on the course. I've really enjoyed teaching public speaking. One of my favorite things about teaching public speaking is providing a space in which people can feel comfortable practicing new skills. Now, that's actually a little bit easier on the online section than in the face-to-face section. If you take a public speaking class face-to-face, there's a lot of discomfort and stage fright to overcome because we got 25 people in the same room all like staring at each other and making each other nervous. The online class is much different because you get to record your videos, record your speeches, and upload them in the privacy of your own home. You can assemble an audience if you want to, but you don't have to. What I have found, though, is the mere fact that there's a camera looking at you will often freak people out in the same way that having physical people assembled looking at you will freak people out or will trigger the physiological reactions and symptoms of stage fright. So you're not losing anything by any means by taking this course online. In fact, I have seen that you gain a number of things taking it online. So not only are you going to get the full benefit of practicing the speeches with a camera for an audience, just as with other people as an audience, but I also think that online students, those of us who take the course online, actually practice their speeches more. And what I mean by that is if you are taking this class in a face-to-face format, in a physical classroom, you get one shot to deliver the speech. And of course, people are supposed to rehearse ahead of time, but I find a lot of times people put it off and they come into class and they get to give their one shot. In the online class, you can use as many takes as you want to get the speech video you desire. And so if you do the speech once and it's not the speech you wanted, you can just delete that and then try it again and upload it a second time. For this reason, I find the online students sometimes end up rehearsing more all told than the face-to-face students do. And so online students can get even more out of the class than face-to-face students. Also, sometimes when you take the class face-to-face, you never get to see a video of yourself. You never get to actually see your own self give a speech. Being able to see a video of yourself giving a speech is huge. You can learn more about your own speech delivery in 5 seconds of watching a video of yourself than you would reading 1,000 pages of handwritten feedback of other people who've watched your speech. So you guys are in a good spot taking this online. Let's see, one other difference that I found between online and face-to-face versions of the class, and this goes for not just public speaking classes, but for all classes, it's a double-edged sword. On one side, it's very convenient because you can take the class at any point throughout the day. You can work on it at any point, so convenient for you. But the downside of that is in the absence of the routine that's established by going to a physical classroom every day or every other day, it is very easy to let deadlines sneak up on you. and you really can't do that in an online class. You have to stay on top of those deadlines. Um, Otherwise, you'll get behind, and it's very hard to catch back up. So an online student needs more discipline and more self-motivation than a student who's taken a class in the traditional face-to-face format. So please keep that in mind as you go throughout this class, especially if you're taking this class in a summer semester. You'll find that things move really quickly. We've compressed 16 weeks down into an 8-week summer semester. And so things move fast. Things particularly move fast in the first week when you're trying to get everything, get your feet under you. You have all the assignments coming up. The first speech is coming up pretty quickly. So don't wait around figuring things out. The nice thing is, each week is designed to be pretty much the same as the week before it. So once you start to establish your own rhythm, you should be good to go. Once again, you can work on things at any point throughout the day, at any point throughout the week, but we do have to keep everybody in the class working on the same material at the same time. So the weekly lessons come out week by week, and you can't get ahead as far as the discussion boards and quizzes go. You can't start week 2 until week 2 gets here. Can't start week 3 until week 3 gets here. And the reason for that is, even though you're taking the class online, we are still a community. We are still taking this class together. A discussion board can't be a discussion board that's interactive unless everyone's working on it roughly the same week. So yes, you can, look ahead on the assignments. You can look ahead on the rubrics and start, planning for things early. But as far as the quizzes, the discussion boards go, do those on the week they are assigned, and then, save next week for next week. There's always someone who wants to work ahead, and that's problematic for the reasons I have just outlined. Okay, what I've done so far is introduce myself, a couple of my thoughts on teaching public speaking in general, and teaching public speaking and taking public speaking online. Let's move on to the final section, which is where I want to give you a couple of general pieces of advice on how to succeed in the course. First of all, go straight to Blackboard, print off the syllabus, and especially the weekly schedule, because that's where the deadlines are, and you don't want to let them sneak up on you, as I said. So first, print everything off, print the syllabus, the weekly schedule, the rubrics, the assignments. You have access to all those things. Secondly, click around everywhere else on the Blackboard site as well. Make sure you're familiar with where things are. Especially go and look at Media Share, which is the service we will be using to upload videos. That will be very important. Make sure you kind of have it figured out and can get around in it. If you have any trouble, email me at any time. And that's actually my third piece of advice, is make sure that you have my contact information down, my email address. I've also put my Skype address out there for you, and my phone number if you need to text me. I do live in Springfield, so if you live in Springfield as well, we can set up a meeting on campus in my office. However, I do not keep regular office hours throughout the summer, so email is really the best way to get a hold of me. So as far as advice goes, I've asked you to print everything off, become familiar with the site, and don't hesitate to get a hold of me at any point whenever you feel you need to. So in review, I've introduced myself and my thoughts on the course, and given you some basic pieces of advice for your success throughout the course. I'm looking forward to working with you. I'm looking forward to a great semester. Once again, welcome to Public Speaking COM 115.